All GNSS manufacturers are trying to build receivers that do everything, more features, more menus, more complexity, but on-site surveyors and drone pilots use the same core functions every day. They don't need clever features, they need a GNSS rover that turns on, just works. Emlid recently released a new GNSS lineup. One of them is the Reach RX2. It's an update to the original RX focused on features that cover about 90% of real surveying work. In this video, I will show you what's new, what it can actually do on site, and whatever the RX2 makes more sense for your business. I also tested its biggest updates in the field, so stay tuned until the end. On the outside, the RX2 looks almost identical to the old RX, same size, same form factor, but inside is completely different. It has now a tilt compensation, a quick release option, and the new U-Blocks chip that tracks all constellation and all band with 672 channels. That's what makes it more capable in difficult environments. When you pair it with Emlid Flow 360, it becomes a solid option, not just for experienced surveyors, but also for people new to GNSS who just want something simple. The price is around £2,000 or $2,400 on paper. That looks like a good deal, but the real question is very simple. How does it perform on site? Emily sent me this receiver a few months ago. I use it on real jobs like construction sites, topographical surveys, drone, GCP work. The RX2 connects quickly to the Emily Flow app using a Bluetooth only. It receives correction through internet entry. That means minimal setup and no complicated configuration. It weighs just 280 grams, so it's one of the lightest receivers on the market. You can screw it on directly onto the detail pole like the old RX, or use a quick release if you buy it separately. The IMU initializes quickly. Overall, the surveying experience feels smooth and simple. I own the original RX for more than a year, so I can clearly see the improvements. For me, two things really matter. How accurate is the tilt compensator, and how does it perform in challenging conditions? So I tested both. First, tilt compensation. I survey a point with the pole fully level. Then I survey the same point again, but this time I tilted the pole in different directions. I recorded everything in a spreadsheet and compared the numbers. Tilt compensation sounds good in theory, but what matters is whatever the results stay consistent. As you see, the results are within 40 millimeters, which is not bad at all for a tilted measurement. Emily states that the tilt accuracy is 2 millimeters plus 0.3 millimeter per degree, but of course, in reality, the accuracy can vary. The second test was performance under trees. Emily claimed this new generation works better under tree canopy. Since I live in Scotland and we have plenty of forest, I tested that properly. I took the original Reach RX and walked into a forest. After a few meters, it lost the fixed solution. I went back to the last fixed position and stored it. Then I took the RX2 and walked the exact same route. I passed the point where the old RX has already lost fixed and continued deeper into the forest. Eventually, the RX2 also lost the fixed solution. I stored its last fixed position. The difference between the two models was 28 meters. That's a clear improvement in signal performance. But here's something important. A fixed solution does not automatically mean high accuracy. I've had rare situations even with high-end receivers like Trimble R12i where the receiver showed fixed but the position was still wrong. So I tested the accuracy as well. I used the RX2 around the 25-meter tall building that I had previously scanned with the Share S20. This is a difficult environment, tall structure, trees around it, narrow path at the back. At the front of the building, the RX2 maintained a fixed solution. On the back, where the path is tied between trees and the wall, it struggled more. That's expected in that kind of environment. I compared a few measured distances with the scan reference data. The difference was within 3 centimeters, and for that environment, that's a pretty solid result. So who is the RX2 actually for? It's for surveyors, engineers, GIS professionals, and drone pilots who need a light, affordable, reliable GNSS rover that simply works. If you're doing topographical surveys, construction setting out, control points, or drone GCP work, the RX2 fits naturally into your workflow. It also integrates well with the Pix4D Catch and other similar apps. Now let's be clear about what is not. The RX2 is a rover only. It receives RTK corrections through N-Trip, so you need a mobile internet connection. If you need a receiver that can act also as a base station, if you work in remote areas without mobile signal, or if you rely on PPK or PPP workflows, then the RX2 is not the right tool for you. That's not a weakness, it's a design choice. For those workflow, Emlid has another receiver that does everything that RX2 does and more. If you want to see how that one compares and which receiver actually makes more sense for your business, that's exactly what I cover in the next video.